It's good to be back. Last time I was here, obviously Harry was here, and a wonderful man, and Priscilla, I already spoke to Priscilla, I know you all have as well. And one of the things I really enjoyed was how funny he was on that cruise, so I know we're going to miss him. Scott, thank you for taking the helm and kind of righting the ship. Yeah, listen, I went door to door with Dale in Wolf Row. We went, and we spent about 3 hours, and we met probably 17 warm bodies. And when we walked up to the door, they said, "What are you doing here?" "Yeah, we're already voting for you. And we're voting for you too," me. And that's the response that he got. So I'm like, when I woke up as well, I'm like, what happened? And it really is about getting out the vote. We're spending a lot of our money. We raised $1.2 million in the first quarter. We had a great second quarter. We're working on having another good quarter. We have $1 million in the bank already. We're fully staffed up. Andy's here. And many of you know him. Ready to go. I mean, the pressure from DC, the endorsements from everybody from DC, respectfully, it doesn't mean a thing. What matters is you. No one's going to tell New Hampshire how to vote, period. It's never happened. Look what happened with Don Bolduc and obviously Chuck Norris. They went hard for Chuck. He was a wonderful man, but Don won. And quite frankly, I have been going door to door already. We've been doing sign standouts already. We've been to every event. Remember, hey, you're going to vote for Scott Brown? Well, I got to meet him 3 or 4 more times. Well, this is my second time here. Okay, so hopefully the next time, and some of you have already made your decision. So I'm running because I'm very concerned. I want to work to protect your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And what do I mean by that? I want to work to protect your life as a young woman. So men and boys don't go and crash your space and take away your opportunities. I want to make sure that people aren't coming through our northern border or through our southern border, terrorists to hurt and kill us. I want to make sure that the woke policies of the Democrats don't change our way of life by overtaxing and overspending. So I want to protect our life, our liberty. I want to protect our ability to make sure that we at least save the Senate, because if we lose the House, the Senate, and the presidency, they're going to take Puerto Rico and DC and make them into states. They're going to stack the Supreme Court. They're going to take away our rights, our gun rights, our rights of life, every other right that you want. It's going to be, they can do whatever they want. It's a runaway freight train. We will never be in charge again. The pursuit of happiness, the ability to have that live free or die mentality, do the things that you feel you need to do to be happy. For me, it's spending time with my grandchildren and my wife, and doing triathlons and playing rock band and running for the United States Senate. Because respectfully, some of you may be with John, and that's fine. But, the majority of people right now, the grassroots people that I've been working with, the MAGA people, the independents are now saying, how the heck did he get President Trump's endorsement? What did he have to do to get that endorsement? And so the independents are now coming over to me. And it's been fun. I mean, I'm actually having fun. When's the last time you heard somebody running for office say, "Man, this is fun. I look forward to waking up every morning." I do. I mean, my wife's on a plane right now. I'm going away tomorrow because I wanted to be here tonight with you so I can answer any and all questions that you have. And I'll tell you what's going on and the things that really bother me. Number one, DC's trying to pick who's going to be your next United States Senator. Whatever. I've been the underdog forever. I've run 21 times. I'm 19-2. Remember, when I stopped the Democrat supermajority, 60-40, I was down 41 points. I won by 7. And it feels right now like 2010 for me. As I travel around our state and I meet people and I look them in the eye, I answer all their questions. I was in Manchester last night. I was in Concord. I went to 5 events last night to make sure, yesterday I should say, AARP. I even went to the AARP. I actually qualify now. So, and I answered all their questions and the things that are resonating with you, and you know it. I mean, you just referenced it. 21% tax increase? Are you kidding me? That's criminal. It's criminal. But what are the things that people are caring about right now? Kitchen table issues. The cost of energy. Open up your electric bill. It's out of control. The delivery, so-called delivery fee. Number one, housing, getting good quality housing at a good and reasonable price. You know, making sure we have energy costs are down. Yeah, they're going to be up temporarily. I think that ultimately they will come back down. And people have asked me, Scott, what do you think about the Iran situation? And I can tell you, I've been in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Israel, Dubai, Jordan, Kazakhstan. I was an ambassador for 4 years under President Trump. I've worked with 69 ambassadors throughout the world. And I can tell you for a fact, and I've been to Israel, as I said, and I can tell you for a fact that Iran is the big bully in that region. And you remember, many of you who are my age or older, they took over our embassy. They skinned this person alive and murdered William Buckley. They killed 234 Marines in the Marine barracks. They've been exporting terrorism around the region and the world through their surrogates, the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. They've been destabilizing that region forever. They're exporting their drones and other materials to Russia and China and North Korea. And what they're doing in killing and maiming our citizens and other people around the world, at what point, my question, at what point do you say enough? And I went to the Free State Project this weekend, and I spoke to them. And I got question after question after question. I was there, no one else was. They still represent about potentially 30,000 votes, and they'll vote. And one of the people said, well, you need to declare a declaration of war. And I said, listen, the president, pursuant to the War Powers Act, has 60 days to make that decision. And the fact that they are there as the big bullies in the region, my question back to you and them is, at what point do we say enough? And do we move forward and do something? And respectfully, I pray every night that no one gets hurt or killed. We've obviously had some loss, but as someone who served in the military for almost 40 years, I understand that risk that we take when you sign the dotted line and take the oath. It's important. It's what makes us be able to be here. But the naysayers, and you're right, President Trump is at 60% unfavorability right here in New Hampshire. So John has his endorsement, which is, I was a little surprised, but whatever. It's opened a lane for the independents to come to me and say, yeah, you're the guy that calls balls and strikes. That's right. I'm looking at you again, and I'm voting for you. So this race is far from over. I'm energized, and I love this. I don't know what else to say. I love meeting people. I love answering questions. I love trying to do my very best as I get older. This is it. This is the last run. I'm trying, and listen, assessor, selectman, state rep, state senator, U.S. ambassador, 39 years in the military. I'm married for 39 years. 3,900 years. 4 grandchildren, rock band, coach. I have plenty of titles. You probably saw my ad. I don't need another title. Chris Pappas wants a promotion. He wants another title. John wants his title back that he lost to Janine Shaheen by 50,000 votes. I lost by 14,000 votes, and I was barely back home. So I'm running because I care very deeply about the direction of this country. We lose the House and Senate, things are going to go sideways. To think that Chris Pappas could be our senator for 30, 40 years really disturbs me.